There you go. We're live.
Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to Team RaddTitan. Another week chat. So we're catching up. Hope everybody's had a fantastic bank holiday. We're a little bit earlier than scheduled, which makes a good change for us. But I managed to watch the third episode of Game of
Oh, you haven't seen the fourth one yet?
Not yet, no, so don't say anything, but I just watched the third one. It's fucking awesome. So really happy with that. So watched that, and that was good. So yeah, just managed to get that done. Wife's to bed, baby's asleep, so got a little bit of time. Not very much time, but got a little bit of time.
Well, you thought you'd squeeze me in when you had a little bit of time. I appreciate that. I do. Yeah. What was I going to say? I just had.
Before we even start, I just want to say, everybody send their best regards out to one of our moderators, Chad. Man, he's been involved in. He's had a little bit of a bad collision, it looks like. I don't want to worry anybody if any of his family or friends are watching, but he sent me some pictures, man. This fucking looks bad. So hope he's all right talking to us and stuff. He's shoulders and fucking bits, but just hope you feel better, brother. It was quite fucking terrifying. Look at that photo you sent earlier on the group chat.
I think we need to get some new mods because one thing, I don't have a license, so I can't drive. Number two, Dan crashed his car recently. Nick crashed his car recently, and now Chad's crashing his car recently, so none of us can fucking drive and none of our mods. You know?
Yeah, so if you actually can drive well and you're going to be a moderator on RaddTitan group, send us.
We should start looking for clean driver's licenses, I think. All right, so I just finished watching episode 4 of Game of Thrones.
I've got the fourth one, but I didn't have time. We looked at it. It was another hour and 20-minute episode.
They're long. They're all long. This one. There's only 6.
The what I'm liking on the one that I just watched was they've got the producer at the end talking about the episode and running through some bits, and I quite enjoy things like that. It's like having that.
Like behind the scenes, good.
Yeah, I like all that sort of shit. Like Jenny never understands why I like having these really good editions of like certain films where it's got loads of bonus, and she's just like, "Why do you care?" I'm just like, "Oh, I actually like sitting through and watching that."
Yeah, but sometimes it's nice just to hear, when you like watch something and you kind of looking at it, you're interpreting it your own way, and then when they say, "Oh, we did this because blah blah blah," and we tried to focus on this character because da da da, and you're like, "Oh, yeah, that makes sense." So it does kind of give you another insight, which is quite good. Yeah. No, I agree. I've actually been. Normally, I think there was something before where I downloaded it and it had them at the end of it, and as soon as they came on, I switched it off. I couldn't be bothered. But with the Game of Thrones ones, I've been watching them.
But it's funny because Jenny watched it with me, and she's saying to me like, she's not really big on if there's too much action. But she said to me, I really, they did really well with that because I didn't like get bored and fed up with it and all this. And I said, it's mostly because of character development. It's mostly because you care about people. You want to see what happens, so you're paying attention. If you're watching action footage, and everyone's fighting, and you don't give a shit who lives or dies, that's well boring. No one gives a fuck.
That was like me during The Hobbit.
Yeah, but no one cares. You just turn off, didn't you? You just stop paying attention because it's like there's a lot to concentrate on. It's demanding.
I do think though. I mean, like, the episode was great. They spent a lot of money on it, but I do think there were a bit of times where they show a little bit and then it goes away for ages. It comes back to the character, and then you're like, yeah, they would have been dead by now.
I thought what was very clever was it was a very similar sort of concept to the first Godzilla film, I felt, where you're sort of like there's action going on, but because it's sort of dark and it's not very clear and you have to pay attention and there's all these many fights happening within a big fight sequence, it sort of keeps you more interested in things. So I thought they did that really well because
loads of people complained it was too dark.
Yeah, but I think that was part of it. I think that was part of the whole thing. I think it was intentionally, it wasn't. I think also you've got to protect yourself. We're in Kill Bill, where she's in fighting with the Yakuza and all of a sudden it goes black and white. That's because it's just there's too much gore, there's too much blood and fucking. If it's like really clear, it's too much. Like it would get so many problems. It would be too brutal because it's continual violence. I found out with Logan, watching Logan, it's completely unnecessary. It's unnecessary, vicious violence. And to be honest with you, I wouldn't mind any.
I want to see the noir version of that.
I wouldn't mind my boy watching any sort of film that has things like that in it, but I wouldn't want him to sit through that too young, because it's mind-numbingly violent, Logan. Unnecessary for me. Quite actually disturbingly shit. Unnecessary. They ruined it for me with that. I just felt.
I'd say that's why maybe watching the noir version where it's black and white. But yeah, I mean the.
I'm trying to slashing 50,000 people to death. It was just too much.
Yeah.
In the end, I was just like, I wanted him to get shot in the fucking head. Just I
think he did, but yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've just seen the newer versions. I won't new episodes. I won't go into that. And what else is there too? We went to see Avengers finally. George got to see that. I saw it before. So, do you want to give you? A lot of people are asking about your opinion on it.
It's actually quite. I think when I think about first of all, I enjoyed it, but when when I look up and I look on my shelves and I look at all the films that they made, I just think, to try and title them up the way that they did, I really think they did a fantastic job. It's very hard. I mean, really hard to try and. That's where, in my opinion, most things fall on their arse. Is the build up is so great, and then when it gets to the sort of like climactic moments, you just like, really. That's
what I think they did. What I think they did well, going along with what you say, is the fact that that's phase 3. That's the end of phase. Is it phase 3? And then next is phase 4.
Yeah,
but it's great the way that they kind of didn't leave. It's like they finished that, and then there's like an end to it, and it's not like there's loads of bits to continue on to phase 4. It's not like they're like leaving like loose ends for that, which is what other franchises would do.
No, but I mean, you're talking. You're not talking about like phase. I mean, when you watch the films in continuous, that it's phase 1, 2, 3 have all been wrapped up. It's not just like, because phase 1 isn't wrapped up at the end of phase 1. Phase
no. But what I'm saying is, but they've wrapped them all up for the end of phase 4.
Every single thing. It ties off all of the people you care about, and it basically they're all going to go off and or they're going to be dead or they're going to be wherever. But it basically all ties off, and I think they did a really good job trying to address maybe some of the gaps and some of the little parts that I think needed doing. But I mean, I really enjoyed it. I mean, obviously, watching spoilers, by the way, if you haven't seen this, but watching my favorite guy die twice in any film was fucking hard for me to put with. Like, I mean,
I had to watch your expression when he died the first time, just to see, like, because I was like, what the fuck, and I knew you were going to be. So I'm like looking over at you, I'm like, I'm trying not to be too obvious, like.
Yeah, I said to you, didn't I? I said, if he doesn't come back, I'm fucking leaving. So, I mean, that's the end of it. But I mean, I think that there were some really funny bits in it, and there was some good humor. There was some really caring. There was some really heart-wrenching moments, and yeah, man, I really enjoyed it. I mean, I still, obviously, for me personally, Infinity War was still it's my character's sort of version of events and the story that heavily involves him. So that's my favorite. But if I'm talking about complete films, like Guardians is still the best Marvel film I think's ever been made. Guardians has the best balance of, storytelling and humor and visual effects, and it just has an action sequence. It just has everything. For me, Guardians is the best Marvel film made. And then I would probably say I really rated Endgame. Actually, I would say Endgame was up there because it definitely made me feel more than most of them made me feel. I mean, the Iron Man angle really was kind of heart wrenching. I mean, I know I've just had a little boy a little while ago, so maybe that's why that hurt a little bit more than it should have done. But I've definitely found some relevance in it, and I enjoyed that.
For sure.
With him sacrificing himself so many times,
I
actually never cared too much about him, being killed in any of the films I watched. I was just like, if he died, I don't really give a fuck. If he dies, he's a good actor. I really like Robert Downey Jr. He's fantastic. He did a fantastic job with Iron Man. But
that was why they did that with Hawkeye. So they did that with Hawkeye, so that then had like the family closure part, and then they could take away the family from.
I would have preferred Hawkeye and all.
Oh yeah, of course, but
I don't really care.
But they wanted out. I mean, that's the thing. Have you seen the Spider-Man trailer yet?
No. I've got it to watch, but I'll watch it after.
Well, you need to watch it. I mean, the thing is about that is they talk about Tony Stark died in that anyway. So, you're saying a spoiler alert and stuff like that, but on that trailer they say anyway. So,
yeah, that was hard. I think what was hard about it was, like I say, he's like tried to go out on his, dare I say it, he's tried to go out on his shield many times and risked himself to save others. But this time he had the most to lose.
Yeah.
That's when the sacrifice is that much harder. I mean, I was really hoping it would be Cap. I mean, watching Thanos like slap Brie Larson about was just the best fucking part of the whole thing. You're watching him bitch slap her around was fucking great because I don't know, that there was just a feminist sort of movement part in the whole film that really made me feel sick, which was just like unnecessary. It was just like all these, the women, all this women like moment, and I just felt it was really forced and not natural at all.
Yeah, but don't worry, she has us. she has backup or whatever the woman says. Yeah,
it was just a bit. Yeah, but I mean, it was just a bit like, why can't we all just be fighting together? Why does it have to be? Do you know what I mean? This whole like section that really felt.
And why would the women all fucking in one corner doing fuck all at that moment?
Exactly.
Well, they just finished baking a fucking cake, and all of a sudden the cake's ready, and now they got a free. I shouldn't say that. I'm gonna get fucking. But I saw the.
It wasn't that it was a powerful moment that I didn't appreciate. It was just it didn't fit. It felt forced. It felt completely like, you know what? Here's the agenda. Let's have one group shot with all the women, and they all look fucking stoic. And I just felt to myself, it didn't need that. You didn't need any.
Well, I felt to myself at that moment. I was like, yeah, all you need is Brie Larson and fucking. The Olsen girl, and you could fuck up more people than all of those put together. But anyway,
I mean, she was the one in fairness. She was handling it.
My Scarlet Witch was one of my favorite bits when she comes out. I was like, oh man, I love that bit.
That was an important moment because in the comics, she's an incredibly powerful character. I mean, not Thanos level comics, but she's powerful and. But
that's when. What did she say?
She was doing some business. She was doing well.
What did she? She says, "I like you took everything from me." And he's like, "I don't even know who you are. Actually, you will." And she comes and fucks him up a little bit. And I love that's one of my favorite bits actually in the war. I still think Hulk was really underused.
Thanos fucking smash Captain America, Iron Man, like everybody all at the same time. There were some bits I didn't really understand. Just in terminology, like when it was reversed. And everyone just seemed to be battle ready and very prepared and unnecessarily so. It seemed to be here's Black Panther and all his thing. I mean, he's been in here. His kingdom's been without a king for 5 years, which would definitely civil war and fight. I mean, when you watch the first Black Panther film, it's on a knife edge all the time.
There were like civil unrest already, and then all of a sudden the king's gone, and then his two people are gone. His sister's gone.
Yeah, they all just bounce in.
And all of a sudden,
everybody's just a little bit too prepared after that part. Well, in fact, because Thanos is actually prepared, and then obviously they have to be just as equally ready or more so. And it was just like, you weren't going to be, 5 seconds.
Well, I guess so. No. Well, if you kind of think about it, with the Wakandans, like the ones that disappeared, they were in the middle of war when they disappeared.
No, so there would have been the fight is still in the future. It's not in the past.
No, but because they've been gone for the ones that had disappeared and faded. With the moment they're brought back,
they wouldn't have had all their troops ready. They wouldn't have been organised. They wouldn't have had warfare.
Well, half of them would have.
It is a strategic game. You have your troops and you have your formations and where you're going to be and what you don't just have that in 5 minutes. It doesn't work like that. It takes years to prepare, and they were just all of a sudden really ready, and it was a bit like, oh, okay.
I love the one of my favorite bits is like New Asgard with A4. That guy's back online and he's calling me a dickhead. That bit made me fucking well.
I mean, but that was another part, like the when Peter Parker comes back and he goes back to school and his mate is still at school. I mean, fuck me, how many years was he back?
Yeah.
They're all like knowing each other and hugging each other. It's like 5 years have gone by, man. Like, what the fuck?
Well, and also he's in the new film. He's going on a school trip, and it's just like no one's all the people who disappeared. Obviously, will still be the same age, but then the people who were there would be 5 years older.
Yeah.
Anyway,
He
so
must be a teacher at that school. That's what
yeah.
that must be what's going on.
So in the house we've got Evil Doug, Big Daddy Kane, Punisher XS, Ed Dude, Collectible Kingdom, Nicholas, the Belgian Blue. So trying to scroll down. Joker's. Is that a new one? Joker's Advocate 25.
No,
Can't believe how
welcome,
quickly.
brother. Welcome.
Yeah, welcome. Can't believe how quickly the captain. Yeah, we're going to talk about it anyway. Managed to pre-order one. Congratulations. Dave Cassie in the house. Cameron. I'm sorry, I am the name butcher, by the way. Cameron Liaz in the house. My bearded brother, Children of the Atom in the house. Ed, dude, I shouldn't really give Atim too much credit because, yeah, we are best buddies apparently, and yeah. Mike Randolph in the house. Rodney Jones getting paid to watch YouTube. That's the way to be. Ed dude. Jason M. Is that hopefully is that Jason Mimosa? Oh, Mama. Yeah, in the house. Fuck! I just shot all the way to the bottom. It's quite a lot of comments. Ed Dude, Cody Spencer, Travis Billington, Yo got Rogue coming. She looks fantastic. So again, if you want to mention anything, do that little at RaddTitan thing so it comes up in red like Dave Cassie. Finally going to talk about in-game. Yeah, we just did. House of God. Sorry, I missed your voice messages. I'll catch up. I had to go on here after Game of Thrones. Comic Galaxy, yo. Childhood Greats. Yo, fellas. Yes, chat time. F State, sub fellas. Fallen Super 28. Barbara Lopez in the house. She puts up some really funny posts about. She put up a video that made me fucking well laugh. I think she beat one of her kids on. I think it was Mortal Kombat. It was Mortal Kombat or something like that, and they were well pissed off that she won. Children, yeah.
I see her post. She's cool, man.
Apparently, it's cheaper to do CGI in the dark or in the rain. I wouldn't have thought to rain, but in the dark, yeah. F State.
It was good. It was definitely good. But I thought I think it toned down the blood and the violence just enough. Which because you can't have like 90 minutes of or like 100 110 minutes, however
just
long.
Like pure truth
because
is violence
coming off and blood splattering. It's just after a while it just becomes a little bit like this is it's brutal for the sake of being brutal now. The shock value is gone. Like I was saying with Logan, the shock value's over. That he slashed fucking 150 people already. I don't care about the 151 now. The shock is finished. I don't care. It's unnecessary.
Your boy F State's given $20. Thank you, brother. Barbara Lopez in the house. What he said, Barbara Lopez. What's up? Rodney Jones. He had his hip.
Doing his rehab and doing
his homework. He had his hip done, didn't he? Chris Eaton in the house. Alex, don't suggest. Oh yeah, you won't. Gio, he won't do The Night Comes For Us. I think I showed Gary a scene from The Night Comes For Us in the freezer, and Gary was there going, "Oh my!" It's really fucking violent. It's well violent. Gary was like, "Oh."
I don't mind if it serves a purpose.
Have you watched The Raid?
No.
Yeah, it's kind of like The Raid, like action, but the fight scenes are quite brutal. When you watch them, you're like, I don't know if someone fucking looks like someone actually fucking dies half the time when they're fighting. Is so brutal, so fucking brutal. Chris K in the house. Luca Pick. Should I eat again at this time? Good to catch it live. Fallen Punisher. So I'm just skimming through these quite quickly because there's a lot of them. Sean Kalbaka. I can never do your name. Yo. Yeah. I am the name butcher. Oh fuck! I just shot to the bottom again. Again, if you want to actually ask a question, do at RaddTitan. Darak's profile. Oh yeah, Darak. Sorry, buddy. He's upset that I got the Galactus when he bought fucking 10 statues. Quinn St. Kitts, Craig Gorman, Ronnie Jones, AJ 187. Black Order was non-existent. Totally agree. That was quite disappointing. The way that what's the dwarf one? The Black Dwarf or whatever.
That silly chick from Black Panther stabbed fucking Corvus Glaive in the fight. Don't waste my fucking time. Yeah, don't waste my time with stupidness like this. Honestly.
And we're all 322 in the house. Children of the Atom. I love our 3-hour talks. Every night before bed. Divine in the house. Saddam Vague in the house. Ollie Jensen. Mullet Plaster. What happened to the Black Order? They just I want to eat your babies.
Then started fighting and losing pretty fast, which is, I mean, again, it's very difficult. You know, it's very hard when you read the comics as well, and you know a little bit more about who these characters are based off. Sometimes you just think you're doing them a bit of a disservice here sometimes. But then again, it's the same with, you know, it's the same with a lot of them. They're very some. I mean, they've really tried to overpower Captain Marvel, and they've tried to underpower everyone else, which is just not ideal.
I just hate like a kind of, you know, all of a sudden, because in the Captain Marvel movie, she isn't as bad as that, like her. But then in this, she's like really arrogant. Which is just like every time she talks when she goes to the Avenger base, you're like, yeah, you're a cunt. In the movie, it didn't bother me as much, but in the actual, when she goes there and she's all like, I'm going to kill Thanos, you know, the way she says is, oh, fuck off. Nick, I did give you a shout out, and Emerald 322. I probably said your name wrong though, Emerald. Chris Jacobs in the house. And Barbara said, yeah, it was Mortal Kombat 11.
Just got that in, but I only did a little tutorial to try and I found they're quite close on screen now. So like usually when you're playing Mortal Kombat, like let's say for example, my box or whatever, you know what I'm talking about, my box down here.
Yeah.
You can pretty much see the ground. You can see the background a bit more. You can see a bit of distance like above their heads and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that. You know, the spatial awareness of Mortal Kombat. In 11, they're a lot closer.
Yeah.
Well, the characters are very big. You know what I mean? They take a lot of your screen up. I mean, it's not. You don't have as much room to move. So if you're not very good at like blocking or ducking or dodging and shit, you get shit fucked up fast.
I'm gonna die then.
Yeah, because you're very good at like running. You know, like that backward jumping shit.
Yeah, like 2 forward, 1 back, 2 forward, 1 back. You know, uppercut sweep. But yeah, Bart in the house. Area 51. Get to the chopper. All you guys watching at work, isn't it a bank holiday for you guys?
Yeah, bank holiday over here, man.
Yeah, bank holiday in UK. Meshari Al Marie. Hello everyone. Yo. There you go. Punisher. RaddTitan, did you cry at Endgame? I didn't. I'm afraid.
I did a little bit.
George cried during Armageddon.
Yeah.
Quite badly.
Yeah.
I actually watched I watched
a little bit.
I watched Green Mile the other day, and it nearly got me. It did nearly get me. The end bit when he dies. Yeah.
Nah, I didn't cry that. I think fuck him.
What are your favourite pieces you have in your house right now? Guyver. Yeah, fucking 100% Guyver for me. Yeah. I keep forgetting.
It's funny. I've just sold like 3 pieces today.
Yeah.
So I just sold. So some people actually got some ridiculous deals, man. Today they absolutely. I put it on. I got like a £1 fee thing. So I put up all these pieces and I put them like for auction, and they actually pretty much everything went for initial bid prices. So, I'm some people got a fucking steal today.
Yeah, that's what I did before. Is I did some things starting at 99p, 99 pence, and they didn't sell very much. I was like, damn it. That was all PCS Street Fighter pieces. I had about 5 of them under my stairs, and I was like, yeah, I'm just going to get rid of these because I don't have anything to do. I know where to put them, and I don't want to collect Street Fighter. Yeah, so that wasn't fun. Your boy, F State just gave another $50. Jesus, man.
Dude, what are you doing? Dude, don't drink and watch the chat, bro.
Yeah, don't drink and donate.
You're not them painkillers, man.
It's not going to. It's not. We're not going to promise that this is going to a good cause or a charity here. You know.
Well, it goes to Alex's beard charity, the homeless look of Alex charity.
Do you know it's not easy to keep a beard this good? You know.
Well, clearly, because it's not that good.
Well, yeah, but it's fucking well. It looks well grey on this screen. Jesus, man.
No, that's how grey it is, Al. I'm sorry to tell you, bro.
No, they say that the screen adds 20% more grey, doesn't it?
No, there's 20 pounds of fat or something in it.
Well, same, you know.
Thank you,
King Dog Cross.
You're a good guy, man. Fair play. You know, you don't. Honestly, you're top. Man. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. We'll make sure it goes on something useful, like fucking Alex's hair dye. I
do need to dye it, actually.
I remember when you did that, when you dyed your beard and your hair before, man. You look like a traveller.
Oh, I did that. It wasn't that long ago. It was only about 6 months ago. I dyed my beard and my hair, and I looked like, because it made my skin look more pale, and I looked like really like Arab. I looked really bad. My girlfriend was like, because we were in the chemist like buying it, and she picked up one, and she goes, "Oh, you need this one," and it was like they didn't have simple names. It wasn't just like dark brown. It was like some bullshit name, but it meant dark brown. And then I went for the one that were 2 grades above it, which was ultra black. And I was like, no, I'm going ultra black. I'm going ultra black. And she's like, no, it won't look right. I was like, fuck you. It would look great. It would look awesome. And I did it. And I was like, Jesus, man, it looks like I've got fucking Velcro stuck to my face. King Dark Cross. Is that a new one? Yeah, I did see that actually. I've not got pictures here, but basically the Sideshow Doomsday was looking a bit shit. The actual production pictures were put out, and it didn't look too great compared to the original prototype pictures. Compared to the
oh my god, really? I'm so shocked. Was it not exactly the same?
It didn't look the same, no, man. Because there was another one where people were complaining about something, which I've got pictures of it. I think it's Rogue, and people are going, "Oh, you know, I'm so happy they improved the face, and I'm so happy they did this and they did that." I don't think they changed the face at all. I just think it's different pictures and different angles. Because when I saw her last October, she was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic, and everyone's going, "Oh, she looks like Fergie. She looks like some fucking she looks like some heroin addict. She looks like your old fucking auntie." And it was all this stuff I was reading it. And I'm like, really? I think she looks great.
Great. Here's the thing, though. I thought that Prime 1's Doomsday really looked dark. Like our boy Lucky got it in, and he
yeah, just got the wiping the cum off the lens. I was using this for another web chat earlier. There we go.
Yeah, I thought he sent me some pictures, man. He said it might be the lighting, but it looked really dark to me.
Yeah, but he takes well shit pictures.
Could be that. It could be. It just looked really dark. The skin looked a bit dark. It looked more charcoal than sort of like grey.
Yeah. Where are we? There we go. Want the Guyver in there. Yeah. Right, so just scrolling down. So, I did see the pictures and the newer ones, because I mean, considering they're both taken in the Sideshow studio and they're both comparable because they'll be the same or similar light. They did both look totally different, and it was quite disappointing. And also, considering it was probably a low run as well. I think.
I really like the look of that Doomsday because it's Martin Canal getting sculpted on that.
Big Daddy Kane says Bucky should have got the shield, and I said that straight after.
That fucking idiot.
But the thing is they're doing a TV show of Bucky and Falcon, and the thing is you know, if you when you look back over the Captain America movies, for me, my favorite person to watch fighting close up is Bucky in Winter Soldier and in Civil War. Sebastian Stan for me is my favorite to watch. He looks like the most kind of for me the most believable and the most like natural when he's fighting.
He's been drilled.
So
he's been trained well.
Yeah.
Been trained well for that. I mean, there's a lot of.
So I don't think
hand combat, almost Krav Maga like stuff that he's doing,
Yeah.
where he switches weapons, switches hands.
I think it does, Krav Maga, a bit like Silat and stuff like that as well.
Yeah.
So
it was some really neat work. I totally agree. It looked fantastic. He was great, but I mean, him nodding like with take the shield. I was like,
well, that was the thing. That was the thing that kind of pissed me off a little bit. It was a bit like, this guy. You've known Bucky since the fucking 40s. You like break up your fucking friendship with Robert Downey Jr. over Bucky. You do all this shit for Bucky, and then all of a sudden you're going to give your fucking shield to this other guy you just met. There's a bit like,
The smartest thing that fucking idiot said was in the whole film was when he said, "How does it feel?" It was like, feels like it don't belong to me. I was like, that's because it fucking don't.
Well, the thing as well was like when he says, "Oh yeah, I met a girl or whatever. Do you want to tell me about it?" He's like, "No." Fuck off. So gives him his shield, doesn't tell him about his fucking wife. Jesus, man. What kind of weird fucking friendship that is,
Yeah, the thing was as well though is I was really disappointed with the Hulk, man. I mean, Hulk was really embarrassed in Infinity War, in my opinion. It was embarrassed, and we were all thinking, "Oh, it's Loki in disguise. It's something else. It's something else." There's all this explanation, but the truth is, he was a fucking bottle job. He didn't want to come out in Infinity War, and then in the second one, it was like, "Oh, we've made peace with each other now, and I've come out and now I'm wearing vests and taking pictures with kids." It was all just like, what the fuck, man? What the fuck has happened here? I mean, absolutely. I mean, they did what you do with every single statue and every single thing that we ever talk about. They demasculated that character so badly that it was just a bit like, wow, man. I mean, you kicked him in the nuts in Infinity War, and they've not dropped back down again in the Endgame. I was like really disappointed with. I really wanted to see him get a little bit of vengeance. I wanted to see him, fuck the Titan up a little bit, like give it.
Well, that's yeah. When we kind of walked out, I said that where, basically, I've already got those pictures at him. Thanks, buddy. She looks stunning. I've got the pictures in the folder for the chat. Yeah, I said that to you. I said like when, for example, when he pulls off the Power Stone and does Brie Larson and whatever else, I reckon then Hulk should have jumped in, kind of knocked the stone out of his hand or did something, and then kind of then have a little bit of rumble, and then maybe then Iron Man gets the stones or something. And I think definitely Iron Man should have redeemed himself. Hulk should have redeemed himself a little bit, but in the whole film, he does fuck all again. I mean, he does that little shitty thing where he punches the car and kicks the motorbike or whatever he does, and then
that's for comedic value. He doesn't bring anything.
Well, the best bit about the Hulk isn't even it's the old Hulk when he does the stairs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's brilliant. That's brilliant. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good funny bits in it. There's some good stuff, but I mean, I was happy with it. Solid 8, maybe 7.5, 8 for me.
Yeah.
I think when I think about the mammoth task they had to do, I think I've got to give a bit of credit. I mean, I think it's a really hard job.
Craig,
I still think Vader though is probably still the ultimate, just the ultimate villain.
Vader,
possibly only because I can relate to him more. Like, there's just more of a human element to him. He's got more motivation for me. I mean, he's iconic, really iconic. Yeah. But I sort of can relate to him as turning bad more. I can understand why he would, because I would have well fucking done the same. I don't know what.
Yeah, well,
I'd have been fucked. I would have had no problem. For mine, I would. I'm not lying. It's mine. It's my family. There's nothing I wouldn't do.
Yeah,
so there's no way, and no one would be safe. So if there was like, oh yeah, I can save everybody, all the people you love, I'd be like, yeah, the world's fucked. I can relate more to Vader. Whereas when I think about sort of like oh, you know, the world's overpopulated, and you know, I'm going to bring balance to the, you know, I get why they're comparing, but and obviously I love Thanos much more, but I think in terms of iconic villainy, I still think Vader has just the nod. I think I saw a post recently, someone put one up saying who gets it. It was really hard for me. I actually found it so difficult. I couldn't write down a choice because I felt like I was betraying my boy. It was like Vader, but I can't write it down. I just can't. I put V and I was like, yeah, fuck this. I'm not writing this. I'm going to go do something else.
Craig Gorman's asking about getting the statue room done finally. What's the best doors to get for a best? The collection is mainly 1/4 and 1/6 scale, and then the Batman Black and White series. With the Batman Black and White, you're probably better off doing having just put them in detox because they're quite small pieces, and then maybe having like 2 at the front and then tier to raise the 2 at the back. You may get 4 in 1 cube for the Black and Whites. With the besters, unfortunately, the doors, wherever they are on this camera over there, I'm actually not pointing to, over here, they're discontinued, so you won't be able to get those. They're the Tombas, or they brought them back for a little while as fish spickens or whatever they call them. So unfortunately, with the besters, you can get what the other one's called that everyone has, but they got such a thick frame that you've got no resilience.
Resilient?
Well, because the frame's like 2 inches or 2.5 inches, and both that you know, if your statue is like with these resilience, where no like kind of give or like for example, on that Deadpool statue is 25 inches, but if I had the door, it would be blocking off the top and the bottom, so you've got no kind of like where not resilience, but what you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Where they kind of got like a bit more. It is resilience, isn't it?
You mean where you've got more sort of options,
like a more of a leeway to between there and there. So like with
like fuck, someone hitting them with a hammer.
Well, for example, if you're going to have these top of doors and you have something that's 23 inches, it would look great. But then if you've got something that's 25, you can still get away with it.
Yeah,
but with the but with the other ones, because of the big borders, you don't have that. So Miles Cunningham in the house. Mullet Blaster. I don't know what you're talking about, Cody. I thought it looked really good. It might have been from about 10 minutes ago. Your boy F State of State.
Yeah,
he's looking for the original grey version of the Hulk versus Spider-Man.
30 of them in the world.
50? Is it
50 or 30?
Yeah, 50, I think. Yeah, so he's looking for that original diorama. If anyone's got that, hit up Geo, let him know.
I'll pass you on to the guy.
Quinn sent Keith to say, like, it isn't an insult to look like Fergie. Children of Alex, you've been PM. I got him. Batman statue collector in the house. Gem Mint in the house. What's the last piece you got in, and what's the next one in? Last piece I got in, I think it was Green Goblin over there somewhere. The original Green Goblin, I got that in. And then the next one I'm getting in, I'm getting in quite a lot. Mike was selling quite a few pieces, so I've got the Galactus Marquette coming in, the original Mark III Iron Man bust coming in, and the Spider-Woman exclusive coming in. Also, then I have the Iron Studios Punisher coming in, and there was something else I just paid shipping on.
Bigorama.
Oh shit! Yeah, I forgot about that one. Fuck, I don't know when I'm going to put that. Oh yeah, the Figurama Vash. Yeah, they just sent me the shipping note for that. So Figurama Vash, which I've just cleared out my room, and I just got rid of all the where I had the kind of double besters, one on top of the other, and that was my kind of place where I could put stuff on top of, and I got rid of it. So I'm like, fuck. Oh, why'd you remind me about that? Shit. Oh, fuck. Yeah. Oh, and also, I mean, we just got an email from Connecticut. They're sending their sample for us to review, to look over and see if there's any things they need to change on it. They sold out that piece. It's the quickest piece they've ever sold out of the my. So they did really well.
I'm wondering when my Terry's going to be shipping.
Terry's not ready yet.
Shit, Terry Bogard.
Yeah,
shit, that piece.
It's fucking awesome. Yeah. So, what was your last piece then?
My last piece was the Prototypes Shin Akuma 1/4 scale by Eric Sosa sculpted it. Fucking love that piece. Amazing piece. Really fucking unbelievable piece. We're very happy with that. And I am expecting Grabbing Lab Cyclops to be with me hopefully sometime next week. So hoping to do a live unboxing as soon as it's in. So Cyclops is imminent. And yeah. So I mean, I don't have crazy lists like Alex because that's just not my style. I've got a few things sort of coming. I'm thinking about ordering. Thinking about ordering the XM Colossus as well.
Yeah,
I'm waiting on some details because there's no price on that at the moment I can find. So I have to wait.
No, you can't order that yet. They start for order yet. Cody's actually saying that with the Doomsday, if you crank up the contrast, they look exactly the same. It just says someone's fucked with the contrast. Did they do? I haven't seen the Rogue unboxing video, but they did a live chat with the Rogue on there, and they discussed it. We're going to go through those pictures, which it looks quite good. David Ostman, Cap had many years to think about the decision. Yeah, when it was gone, yes, for a fucking while. Don't know if he made the right one though. Mark Milton in the house. Am I not alone in thinking about all the films, those places? How could you really? So I'm still catching up with these because obviously when we're talking, I lose track of the comments. Vader killed his own girl though. He should be mad at himself. Untouchable Cantu in the house. I like Mind Reader in the house. Craig Gorman.
The thing is with Vader is that if you know any of your sort of like old school, literature stuff, he is exactly the same story as like Zeus, and exactly from like Greek myth, and exactly the same as like Macbeth. It's basically not about knowing your own future because you create it. That's the irony of it. It's basically that, like you shouldn't know too much about what's going to happen to you because you ultimately create it regardless. You can't escape. You actually, if you didn't know in the first place, you probably wouldn't have caused it to happen. So you'd be free of your fate.
What's about
like that? He's been twisted so badly that he ends up creating exactly what he was terrified would happen. And that's exactly what happens to Zeus's father. I think his name's Kronos.
Kronos, yeah.
Kronos is the same thing. You see some witches and they tell him that, you're going to have a son. And when you do, he will overthrow you. He will kill you. So he eats his children. Yeah. Every son that's born, he eats them. And obviously he does Poseidon and he does Hades as well. And then when Zeus is born, his mother hides him in like an island and has him protected by like some people, some maybe witches or some spiritual people look after him, and he grows up strong. And obviously he grows up hating his father because he's killed all his brothers, and he ends up killing him as a result. So it creates itself. It's a story that creates itself. It's like Macbeth.
It's about like you can't change your future. Is inevitable. It's what it is.
It is, but it's more like if you didn't have that conversation, it wouldn't have never happened. There'd be no reason for it. There's no motivation for it.
Yeah.
So if you don't go to witches and they go, oh well, you're going to have a son and he's going to kill you. it's like okay, I don't want a son. It's like, you create those things, you create those monsters. So I think that Vader is a prime. It's just a modern telling of an very old literature tale, like an old. Like the Greeks, if you ever read any of the Greek mythologies, they're all pretty much stories about vanity and about, being too curious, you know, like Pandora's box and all that. They're all sort of based upon, you know, just little stories about self-preservation, really, about not being too vain, not being too curious, not being too nosy, not being too jealous, like Othello. Yeah, exactly. They have all them stories. So
Shadow 32, we're going to go on to Mr. Freeze later. UK Sean Statue Collector makes a change watching the chat live. Good to see you live.
welcome. Welcome.
RaddTitan, are you buying Prime 1 Ash now? Not at the moment. I have no fucking idea where I'm going to put it. I love the Possessed Head, and I'm really, really glad that they've done the Possessed Head, but I have no fucking clue where I would put that piece. It's a meter tall, and it's like 65 centimeters deep. You would need such a big space for it. If I could sort out, you know, a space for it, maybe one day. It's too expensive. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just swimming through these. Just saw a red one. News about Dave, we'll go on to that anyway as well. Sorry, I do have all these. I've got a list of things we're doing. I've got pictures to remind. So Brian O'Rourke, Tony Fennell. Yeah, they needed a John Wick premium format, 100%.
Yeah, man.
So you ain't seen that, have you?
Yeah, I've seen 1 and 2. Not seen
3.
No.
Sorry, it's Red was telling me the other day he ain't seen it. I was like, you fucking need to watch it. Okay, well, I think we're caught up with all of those.
Let's go then, man.
Sorry, guys, if I missed anyone's comments, sorry. You know, I've just tried to skim through them because we do get a lot of comments, and I appreciate all the comments. If you do want anything covered, specifically do the @ I think it's @ if you type it in the @ the RaddTitan will pop up and you click on it, or type @ RaddTitan, it will have a red block and it will show me that that's for me to look at. That way I could do that. Just double checking all my things. I just want to go into the fucking sweaty hand. Jesus, man. Fucking laptop's gonna fucking die from water damage. Fuck me. Oh no, it's from my glass. Oh, I thought it was my hand. Jesus. I was gonna go to the doctor about that. Yeah, so on there's a few rumors going around which I just wanted to go over. Apparently, Sideshow have lost the Star Wars license. I don't know how true this is, but I saw this on Thor Gunderson.
When was the last Star Wars piece they released?
Well, no, apparently they're going. Well, recent, but apparently Yoda is going to be their last Star Wars piece, and apparently they lost the license. I saw this on Darth Castle's channel. Thor Gunderson put it up.
Check them out.
And Gary Speed keeps posting it everywhere, so I don't know.
We've got a crying emoji with it.
Yeah, it's constantly got a little crying emoji with the Star Wars thing. But again, I don't know how true it is, and I don't know where they've heard that from. But
information,
rumors.
Yeah, but I mean, what was the last one they released? Star Wars? I can't remember.
Ed Dude said Legendary Scale Yoda was the most recent.
When was that?
They just got in hand.
So we're talking probably about a year ago.
Cheers, Cody. Yeah, Cody's just sent me through the images where someone's just fucked around with the contrast. Yeah, it's true. Just someone's fucked with the contrast. Ignore the Doomsday stuff then. And then
why would you do that though?
I don't know.
What would be the benefit of doing something like that?
Thanks for the heads up on the XM Scarlet Witch. Too bad you can't share some images.
Oh, that's. I was talking to this guy on, I think it was a Quasar review, and he was talking about any updates on the Scarlet Witch. And you know they've got the additional head now, the screaming head.
I think they showed that though, didn't they?
I don't know, but I weren't happy to share it unless I was 100% sure.
Oh no, it might be on that group thing. That one where you have to have the special handshakey thing. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. So I think they have changed it, but I can't remember.
No, they haven't changed it. They have another head, which is a screaming head that matches the pose a little bit better. because it's a very action pose that she's doing, and the head was very sort of almost like she was reading. You know, it was like very calm, and she wasn't reading like Art of War. She was reading she wasn't reading War and Peace. She was reading Spot. Where's Spot's ball? And she weren't concerned at all about where the ball was either.
Barbara Lopez talking about custom displays and things, and the next thing is a walk-in wardrobe, walk-in cupboard for all of the boxes. Yeah, boxes are fucking nightmare.
This is the plus about free pieces. So that's the advantage. It's just getting like boxes and things out of the way.
Oh yeah, Pedro Ortiz is saying that this makes sense because Sideshow wasn't at the Star Wars celebration because they're always there. So maybe that's where the rumors come from.
Ah, smart.
So maybe that's where it is. Again, I've not heard anything about that. So rumor. And then there's another rumor, which from some of the shit that I keep getting sent and some secret chat group I got dragged into, which was a total fucking waste of my time. And then other things being sent to me afterwards, which pissed me off. Allegedly, there was some 1/6 guy posting Budget Stark was posting that Sideshow Susan's going, and she's being forced out of Sideshow. So again, I mean, it's like, you know, from the comments that I was sent and this fucking group chat thing I was added to, it was all like a load of kind of like there was a hate group for a certain reviewer, and then this other guy comes in and says, "No, it was a 1/6 gal thing." And 1/6 is like 1/6 is on another level. Don't piss off the 1/6 guys, man. Anyway, so it was like a hate group. It's like a hate group for this 1/6 guy. They all hate him. And then like this other guy comes in and starts saying about, oh yeah, by the way, Sideshow are getting rid of Susan and it's his fault and blah, 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 blah. And you read through it. It was like 2 weeks worth of messages. I literally wasted a fucking afternoon reading through it. And then all of it was this guy, I think his name's fucking Zachary something, and he's Susan's boyfriend. And he sort of posted all this shit saying, And he basically posted all this shit saying, I've got all this information, but I'll tell you later. I've got all this information. Trust me. I've got all this information. Blah blah blah. You know, and there's all like stringing people along the whole way. And then at the end of it, I called kind of two of us called him out and said, "Look, you know," I said, "I don't know who you are. I've been brought into this group. I've just read through 2 weeks of messages, and there's fuck all here. There's nothing circumstantial. It's all just fucking bullshit. It's all little. It's like." Saying, Mike Tyson is actually it's probably a bad example because he's done loads of things wrong. I was going to say, Mike Tyson's like done fraud. By the way, he raped this woman. I'm like, yeah, but he's probably done fraud as well. But it's kind of like when you say that someone, you're kind of like trying to prove a point by you're saying, oh yeah, this guy's a piece of shit, and this guy, you know, person X, he did this and this and this and this, and oh yeah, and by the way, he was involved in this fraud case 10 years ago, which was this, this, and this, and he's trying to kind of prove that he did this other stuff. But it's like, well, one thing doesn't mean another. Just because he was involved in this fraud case doesn't mean he's now, like an armed fucking armed robber or something. You know, it's a bit like one thing doesn't mean another. And that was the whole fucking 2 weeks worth of conversations, which pissed me off. And then it was all like, oh yeah, and so basically anyway, so it looks like Susan.
Because if I'm assuming that people that were added to this conversation had their own groups, and the information was going to end up being flooded onto the groups, which is the objective, right?
Yeah,
so
of course.
You come in there, you make all these allegations, the people run off, and they start posting saying that, you know, she's going to get the sack or she's going to be pushed out, and then everybody, there's all this uproar.
The whole thing was, it was her boyfriend, but he's all saying that she's being pushed out, they're firing her and whatever else. But then when you read through all the comments, all it looks like is more to the fact that she's not being pushed out. It looks more like where they're expanding on their YouTube and they're expanding on other things, they're probably getting more people who are actually knowledgeable in the different things. So they're getting someone who actually knows about anime, who knows about Star Wars, who knows about, statues, who knows about 1/6, who knows about gaming. So they're having all these like little people who are, it's more niche to what they know, and actually they have like 8 people who represent that area. So if you're watching Johnny Z or whatever, he's going to do all the DC stuff, or if you're watching Julie D, that she's doing that. That person's
Can you
that.
only think of letters for surname?
No, fuck off. And it's like,
and
it was just, I didn't want to say a name.
Do you like bat yourself over the head to go to sleep at night? Do you like night time and smash yourself in the head with a fucking baseball bat? Because honestly, like Johnny D and Susie C. Jesus Christ.
I said V. I didn't want to say a name because I'm going to go, oh yeah, and then it's like Julie Lopez, and I'm like, oh, actually, I know a Julie Lopez. And it's like, I didn't want to say a fucking name, dickhead. Jesus.
So why don't you just say a name that everybody knows you know that it doesn't matter?
Because I don't want to name someone in case.
Say your mother's name.
Well, say your fucking.
Say my mother's name.
But
my mother's like the Candyman bitch. Say her name too many times.
And anyway, so I think it was more to do with the fact that they're expanding and they're looking for more kind of personality, so that it's not, they've got all their eggs in one basket. I think it's more that. And I don't mean to be an arsehole, but I do like Susan. I met her several times, but the thing is like, her videos are very scripted, and she's always sitting there, and then when someone asks her, she's always like, oh yeah, or she'll look off and she'll ask someone over there or whatever. She doesn't know about, and she's not. The thing is like, even when we review stuff, we're not going to know about every fucking thing. When people talk to me about One Piece, Naruto, and all them animes, I'm like, I don't fucking know. I don't know about that. So they're going to get people in.
Well, it is a lot for her to know. It's
for anyone.
Yeah, it's for anybody. It's a very wide sort of compass. So you've got a lot of ground to cover. It's not really possible. But also,
you just have like you need a fucking person for Star Wars. Star Wars is so fucking huge now, and then it's got like fucking 300 books.
Yeah, but also at the same time as well, this is a problem you're going to have when you put somebody as a person that's connected to the community, and you all of a sudden want to try and change it. You're going to get some shit. So they should expect it.
Yeah, and the other rumor
even if it is that they're like moving other directions and things like that, they're going to catch some shit. That's what's going to happen because, at the end of the day, she has been a face for like a lot of people to like know and to speak to and to maybe converse with and to watch. And people do build up affiliation and care for people, and that's a good thing. That should never change.
People become the face of a company, and that's the way it is. But sometimes, that's good for the fans to have. Yeah. For a company, it's not. It's not good to have a face for your company. It's good for a limited time until, this is sort of like speculation, but it's good for a time until then that person says, I want more money. I'm going to go over to another company now because, that then is dangerous for the company because they got you over a fucking barrel. The other thing as well, the other rumor is the fact that she broke one of it could have been a possibility that she broke the NDA. So she's given out like non-disclosure agreements. So the other thing is people are saying is she possibly gave out information she wasn't meant to. It could be about Star Wars licensing. I'm joking. I'm just actually think so.
She could have robbed the fucking bank. Yeah. With all this rumors on, you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, nothing is factual at this exact moment until somebody comes forward with something. It's really, for me personally, I don't think riling up loads of group members and group leaders and people like that and then starting shit like that is a smart bit of business for anybody, to be honest. I don't think that's the way to go about business.
The other area of it as well pissed me off was in this little group. It was like 12 people or whatever it was, and then the guy who's her fucking boyfriend is sending all these screenshots from her, and it's a bit like, because if she is getting involved in some kind of disciplinary or some kind of issue at work, why the fuck would you get her in more trouble by sending all these fucking screenshots to fucking randoms?
Yeah, because people, they're got no loyalty. They just share all that everywhere.
Well, I have less loyalty when I'm told by someone that they don't trust me. Then I'm like, well, fuck you then. If you don't trust me, then I'm going to fucking do you.
Honestly, I always say like
I'm not gonna like because you don't trust.
people
If you don't trust me and I don't know you, you're going. I don't trust you. I'm not going to go. Please trust me. Please, I'll prove to you you can trust me. I'm going to go. All right, fuck you. What all of this about you? Then there you go. Everyone, there you go. There's all the news. That's all the shit they told me because they don't fucking trust me anyway. So fuck them.
Well, see, this is the thing, man. You know,
I need more. I need to go get more water quickly. I'm getting too excited here.
I think that's an advisable thing to do. You go.
You've got something to talk about for 2 minutes.
Yeah,
Let me look. Do you want me to look at my list and give you something to talk about?
Who's that? It's Cyclops time.
Yeah, talk about your Cyclops. Yeah, go on.
No, Adams is everything that is Cyclops time. Hopefully he'll go out and grab his bat, slap himself in the face with it, and reset. And he'll probably have forgotten all this together. That's what it sounded like. To be honest with you, anyway, I don't know. For me, these sort of things, man, I don't think it's a great idea to rile up anybody in the community for your cause. I don't think she'd have appreciated that shit, to be brutally honest. I don't know. I've never spoken to her ever in my life, so I don't know her from any other person that I've never fucking met or spoke to or spent any time with. But these things happen all the time with companies and shit. Things change. Hierarchies change, loyalties change. It's just the way it goes. What is it? There's a quote. People are not loyal to you; they're loyal to their need of you. Once their need changes, so does their loyalty. There you go.
Hey.
Now, just in case you aren't aware, we were actually doing the chat this week. We're going to go through some pictures and stuff. I'm going to talk about some shit.
Oh yeah, maybe we should do that now. Sideshow Logan ain't got up for sale yet, has it?
No, I don't know. Why?
Someone's saying Sideshow Logan's sold out, and I'm like, yeah, I don't think it's even gone up for sale yet, buddy.
Who's that? Omar saying that?
Sideshow Collectibles.
Did you want the Logan?
I need to look at it in whole, but the thing is with Sideshow now is a bit...
Daniel Bell. So the sculpt will be there.
Well, the problem is it's just a bit of a gamble, really, just buying stuff. The pound is too weak at the moment to buy stuff over here. Shipping costs are too high. We get fucked for tax. So by the time we buy something, it costs us close to $1,000, more. And if we just wait, we can get it later on cheaper. Aftermarket is going to be cheaper because there's always someone looking to sell something aftermarket, always someone looking to trade something. And to be honest with you, I don't think it's worth buying it that far ahead. And also, by the time it comes out, in a year's time, your taste have changed and things. I do need to.
You don't know the quality of the factory production anyway. You don't know what you're going to get. You're not guaranteed. The ratio is very much hit and miss. You could get something that's 50% what the prototype is like. You could get something that's 75%. Which is good. Which is a good show. So I guess by holding back and waiting, you get to see it at least. You get to see a lot more pictures of it. You get to see everyone showing it. You get to see reviews of it. You get to see what's going on. You get a more detailed overlook, which is I always think is important.
After Brexit, the pound will plummet. It's already fucking plummeted, so there's no worry about that anyway. So yeah, all right. Should we look at some pictures actually?
How many have you got?
A lot, but there's kind of like there's a lot of the same thing. Like
let's get through them then, because I've got things to be doing.
All right, sweetheart.
What time did you get up this morning?
What time did I get up this morning?
Yeah. Was it this morning when you got up?
It's fucking well this afternoon, man. Fuck's sake, I'm trying to get this sorry into my screen. Where's that going there? There you go. So that's the picture. That is that one. So I'm just trying to get these. Bell said the jeans are fabric on the Logan.
Cool. That's good because when you're doing jeans, it's difficult. Aaron
Well,
Ray Perez is one of the best at doing that.
Yeah.
Fucking amazing. Aaron Ray Perez, like jeans and trousers and things, very, very good.
Yeah, all the pockets, everything. Great. So I'm just moving this around. All right, so that one, then all right. You see that?
Yeah, I just bought that.
Yeah, that's why I've got it. You just bought it.
Cost me fucking 50 quid.
Yeah.
I don't know why it cost me 50 quid because I didn't read any details about it being very rare.
No, it's a Deloitte foil cover, though, isn't it?
So fucking what?
I'm just saying.
It'd be a low print, otherwise I'm going to be fucking pissed.
It's a nice cover. Very nice cover.
50 notes, man. It better be fucking low print.
Well, I mean, it's limited to 10,000, and the clarity is poor.
Yeah, that's totally ruining his face. Fucking bit.
Yeah. Look at hell. But you can see the logo on his chest vaguely. That's my favorite bit.
This was to mock me then. Okay.
No. It's to say congratulations. I do like the cover, and I wanted to say well done. Yeah.
I don't believe that.
That was what I wanted to say. No, there's 20,000 of them. Why would it sell out? Oops. All right, so God. So my screen's going a bit funky. There you go. All right, so I want to know who does this cover, if this is a cover. So I want to know if anyone knows about that one to let me know because I want that. Also, yeah, Caddan just came in. No more covers. So yeah. All right. So this one I just picked up. So this is the NYC first appearance of X-23 and a scratch on the cover. So I got this quite cheap. So I'll get this one.
That cover is so shit. I just don't know why you would even bother. It's so shit. It's like
it is, but
like a water damaged. Like I feel like I'm in a shower and I'm looking out.
Well, it's I don't think it's a shit cover, but to be honest with you, it's
first appearance.
It's first appearance, and it is actually very, very desired cover.
I really wish I could get past it. Really wish I could get past caring about how they look because that fucks me up. Because it's worth money, but I don't care because I don't like the way it looks. It's really bad.
Yeah.
It's like someone saying to me, "Oh, George, yeah, look, I've got a Ferrari for you. Like, do you want this Ferrari?" I'm like, look at it, and I'm like, I don't like it. But, okay, it's like worth money. You don't want it, and I'm just like, no, I don't want it. Fucking terrible.
Well, Colin in the house.
That's fucking shit. That cover out.
Well, yeah, I mean, I bought it to.
I hate to tell you, but the clearest thing on that fucking cover is a scratch.
Well, I'm getting recased, but yeah, I'm going to get it recased and sell it anyway. So yeah, that's my plan for that one. To be honest with you. Yeah. Then this was us in Endgame. I forgot the name of the film then. So this is where we went to see Endgame.
Yeah.
What's that?
Two handsome fellas wearing comic book t-shirts.
I actually went to a lighting course in YouTube, so you might see improvements, but I doubt it. A green screen one. This green screen course was after we did the Quasar and several other videos, so maybe in future, again, you may see some improvements, but again, I wouldn't guarantee it. That's a YouTube place. This is the Coracle Collectibles Deflosaurus.
Yeah, no wonder you're extinct.
Yeah, so this one's for keep fucking Brendan Guerrero quiet for a little while.
Why should we get? That guy's quiet, man. He's abandoned us, bro, man. We can't be doing
He's
him
abandoned
no
us.
more favors. He's abandoned, yeah, man. He's fucking
You
well.
know why? He abandoned us for fucking Cassie. Took him. Cassie scalped him and took him.
Took him where?
Took him. He took him away. He took him to his group. That's what Cassie did. Yeah. Cassie, the motherfucker, stole my little fanboy. Brendan was all over me till Cassie came along.
Loyalties change.
Yeah, offer him a fucking little here, Brendan. Come here, here's some fucking breadcrumbs and a fucking mod status. Get away from RaddTitan. Fuck you, Dave Cassie. This one's pretty cool. And also got the is it called a Barbasol? The spray on the bottom. You see it? That's where they got the DNA.
Yeah, they take the embryos.
Yeah, Barbasol. So you got that there. And then that's the other version with the fanned version, which I actually prefer.
Is that not a switch out head?
No, I think it's a different statue.
Does look different.
Maybe it is a switch out head.
Is it an angle?
Oh no, it's the same statue. It could be. Yeah, switch out head.
Yeah, I think it's a switch because you can almost see the seams around where that almost cock-like flap is around his neck.
What a fucking saggy ball sack.
It's a little bit leftover elbow skin going on over there. Looks cool, man. Looks really cool.
What was that? Brendan's comments about your lighting course. Yeah, I tried to insult him and it didn't work. He got me. So you got that there for Brendan. Then you got the new Hellboy Hand of Doom. So I don't really like it. I think it looks a bit skinny, but then that's the new style. The old one by Sideshow is much better.
It's got fingers like you.
Yeah. And then this is the Hellboy quarter scale by Coracle Collectibles. I actually do like this.
That looks wicked.
That looks really fucking cool. I love the flame sword. I love the flame behind his head. I think they're doing another head with the horns cut off. I might be wrong, but I think this looks fantastic. But I haven't seen the film yet. I'm not in a rush to see the film, but the film did grow on me a lot more towards the end.
What do you mean? Towards the end of trailers?
Yeah, I saw the first couple of trailers were really, really fucking terrible. And then the last one actually made me think, I might want to see this.
They've done that crown really, really well. That looks fantastic. This looks fantastic.
It's beautiful. I mean,
because actually in all these promo shots, it looks worse.
Yeah,
the actual piece in person looks like the con picture.
That picture's better.
That's what I'm saying. That picture looks a million times better than their than all of that.
The paint looks quite flat on these.
Agree. Yeah.
And it looks better in person, but then again, there is quite heavy flash on this as well, though. Or heavy spotlight, but yeah, it's nice. Got that. These are Star Trek cats by Coracle Collectibles. Do you know your Star Trek characters? Because I don't.
Looking at this,
is it like Sulu? Is it Sulu? It's just like licking milk or something. Is it like Sulu?
Why would it be Zulu?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking you.
I don't know. What makes you say it's Zulu?
I don't know. I'm asking you. I don't know anything about Star Trek, so I don't know.
I'm trying to understand why that would be Zulu. I don't know who the fuck that is licking that.
Okay, well, there's that one. Well, he looks Asian.
It does, but then I don't want to say that because it sounds like some racist dude.
Who's
it looks like fucking it's Zulu. That's not right.
Well, who's George Takei? Who's George Takei in it?
Yeah, he's Zulu.
Oh, okay, then I'm going to go with that one.
So is that a Japanese cat? Is that why you think that, or an Oriental cat?
Who's the one who wears the red top then?
They all fucking wear red tops, don't they? At some point or the other.
I don't watch Star Trek.
You fucking pussy.
I haven't seen Star Trek. Your mum made you watch Star Trek.
I still love Star Trek. I
never watched it. I never actually watched it.
It's one of the few things I would thank her for, actually.
Yeah.
There's something on the wheel.
Apparently it's Scotty. Tony Fanning was coming. Oh no. David Osman saying it's Chekhov, and then Tony Fennell saying it's Scotty, so no one fucking knows.
This is my point. See, now you would say if he's got a drink in his hand and he's licking it, what is it?
It's just milk.
Just milk. Okay, fuck, I don't know then. It's a
All
bit
right.
chubby, so I would like to think it was Scotty because it's a bit chubby.
All right.
But see,
Anyway.
then again, I'm fat shaming him. I'm fat shaming this cat.
You know,
A minute ago, I was racist towards the cat because it had like, slitty eyes. Now I'm fat shaming it. See, this is not a good game.
All right, fuck it. We'll go on to the next one because they're easier. Either way, it's bollocks. Apparently, it's William. Someone else is saying William Shatner.
No way.
All right, so then we got this one, which is easy. This is Spock.
Yeah. I don't know why I think that's Spock though. Oh no, he's doing the symbol. Now I get it. He's got the recorder around his body. Yeah, I get it. Now I get it.
All right. So that's easy. All right. Fine. And then we got the captain.
Yeah. That's wicked. Ginger Tom as well. Ginger Tom's
right. I just saw these and thought they look quite cool.
I think they're really cool. I quite like them.
They're quite cute. If we would know who the other one. Now a couple of people are saying the red shirt is Scotty.
I would have thought it's Scotty, but I didn't want to fat shame the poor cat.
Well, they were saying about Thor being fat shaming people.
What?
About Thor because he's chubby. They were saying about it, fat shaming.
Of course they did.
This is in the box for Tesla Doom. Is that his name? Is it Tesla Doom from Conan? Tulsa.
What is this like? Is this the base?
No, it's the box.
That's cool.
I got that. This one you're gonna have to take over again because this one's Vikings.
Yeah, man. You got Ragnar and you got Floki. I love Floki, the boat builder. But
who's the woman?
Lagertha. She's Lagertha over there. But they all look kind of they all look kind of shit. So they're not good likenesses on them, or at least not from this photograph.
Doesn't everyone say how she's really hot?
Oh, she's very hot. There's no doubt about it.
Because there was a thing about who's hotter out of her and Daenerys, and everyone said her.
No, I'd definitely rather sleep. Yeah, I'd rather have a little bit of Lagertha, that's for sure.
Strange things coming up. Fat Deadpool and Cat Star Trek. Yeah, I got a fat Deadpool and a fat Wolverine here. I fucking love them. Then this is it Ragnar? Did you say?
Yeah, Ragnar Lothbrok.
So you got this one. I still haven't seen this. I need to get onto this.
Fucking hell, it looks more like his son. It looks more like Bjorn in that fucking picture. It's terrible likeness. That's awful.
I don't know. I don't know.
The fucking pants off this geezer. Travis Fennell, his name is Fennell.
Yeah, I don't know. So you got that one. Then you got the RoboCop. I don't think.
Only RoboCop.
Only, yeah. It's like
give me your boots, your clothes, and your motorcycle.
Come quietly, or there'll be no. What's his name? Like
that's RoboCop. You fucking idiot, you stupid cunt. Yeah.
No, I was trying to do like a fucking RoboCop and then into a Terminator quote, but yeah.
No, that's not going to work.
It's like, I'll be back. Get to the top. I think the suit looks quite cool, but I just think the face still looks like Arnie. Really does.
It really does.
A real shame. Then you got Liska by Elite Creature Collectibles. This is from the movie The Guyver. It's looks fucking cool. But again, I've got the Guyver bust behind me. It is one of my favourite pieces. I'm going to stop at just the Guyver. I do like Dark Hero, but and Neutronics, but it's just like a little guilty pleasure. You know, it's just one of those bad movies to watch. But this looks fucking wicked.
Yeah, it
and
does.
again, Steve Wang worked on the
paint on that. Fucking mental.
Steve Wang worked on the movie, so this will be very accurate. So you got that. This is a lot more. It's quite intricate. Look at that little spikes and things like that. Cool. Very, very cool piece.
Stunning.
Again, I'm never going to buy it, but there was a guy actually. Did you see the guy who posted all the Cinema Get stuff the other day?
Yeah, did you?
Great, isn't it? Great.
Stunning. Their work is like, honestly, it's on a whole different planet.
Then this is the Alpha 3 Green Goblin. So this one, I am very close. I'm very, very close to ordering this.
Fucking pussy. Get your fucking
Yeah, I was going to over the weekend, and then I kind of need to look into it. But I'm really hoping to. Uh,
I like that. It's
Take care, buddy. Emerald, catch you later, man.
Brother. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, I really do like. I do like this one. I like they've got like a museum line, so they got the Green Goblin, which I'm very tempted to order, and then you got the Spider-Man pieces. So you got the 4 Spider-Mans. So you got Scarlet Spider, and
That looks lovely.
the retro, which I'd like. I'll probably get that one.
Well, get the Scarlet, man.
I don't know anything about him. I know it's Ben Riley, I think it is, but
you've got a Spider-Man set. What the fuck would you want another Spider-Man you already have? Get a fucking Spider-Man you ain't got. So? No, it's not blue, it's black. There's not remotely enough difference there.
Yeah, well, it's for my collection, not yours, so fuck off.
Ben, this is a pretty solid. That looks wicked.
Then you got I do like this one, but I've already got the back. I've got the back in black, so for me, with the back in black, it's like, yeah,
that looks fucking great. That
is really nice. And then you got the Spider-Man. So yeah,
that's really nice. Yeah, I definitely like the symbiote and the Scarlet.
Dave Cassidy, what's that? Does your channel say you have 3.2 million views? I think. Oh shit! I didn't realize that thing was on the bottom. Yeah, the stats thing's on the bottom. Yeah, we do. Yeah.
We'd sound humble about it, but listen, come on.
Yeah. I think it's about 14 million minutes or something watched.
That's it, man. That's the shit that is.
And then this is the Steve Ditko original kind of look of Spider-Man. I'm not a fan of this one, Pete Parker.
No, it's horrible.
Yeah, but this is like the artwork it's based on is this. So you know,
just kept it there on paper that no one is likely to see.
This is then the Infinity Studios City Hunter Predator. So this is first time it's been seen painted. I don't know whether this has got to be a convention, but this looks pretty good. And this one, Infinity Studios do some fucking fantastic pieces. So yeah. These are then all the pieces that are coming from Iron Studios. So they're doing a 1/10 scale 4 and a 1/4 scale 4 legacy replica. They told me something the other day, actually, which was quite interesting. I'll go through this list first. So Thanos 1/10 and another 1/4. We showed the 1/4 last week. Captain America 1/10, 1/4. We showed the 1/4 last week. Iron Man and back to Thor. What they said was, what they said was basically on the Thanos, it had the Infinity Gauntlet and the double-ended sword. And so I basically got in touch with them and I said, why have you got the Infinity Gauntlet and the sword? Because that doesn't happen in the movie. And they said that basically the licensors for some movie pieces, they'll tell them to make something extra to throw people off when they go to see the movie.
That's cool.
So basically people will see him with the gauntlet before they see the movie. So they assume he's going to have the gauntlet in that, just to kind of throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, it's clever.
Yeah. Is that Fat 4? Actually, I don't mind Fat 4, to be honest with you. But when he's got his armor on, he don't look that fat anyway. This is then the Connecticut's jury are in the factory and getting ready to ship Zelda Deep.
He needs to ease up on his fucking reggae listening headphones.
No,
the volume on his headphones is so high it's gone into his hair.
Yeah, Jesus, man, he just looks like he's just fucking woke up. Come on,
He's still rocking that hair better than you did.
Yeah. This is the 1/3 scale prestige Captain America from Legendary Beast Studios, distributed by XM Studios. So people are saying this is XM Studios Captain America. Is not. It's distributed through XM Studios. It's Legendary Beast. So yeah, so this piece. Actually, I saw this in Singapore, and when I saw it the first time round at the convention, I I laid into it quite a bit actually, and I said I don't like this, I don't like that, I don't like the chest, I don't like the base, I don't like the face is terrible, everything looked bad, and they've gone away, they've repainted it, they've done some tweaks, and it looks so much better now.
Well, you're competing with competing with an established market, and it's a strong market at 1/3 scale. So the Batman stuff.
Well, that was the
standard work is just going to show up so badly. You put that next to each other and just be like, what is that hunk of shit that's there?
That's what I said to them. I said, what you have to imagine is if the people who are buying this and going to display this are likely to display this alongside an Arkham Batman piece from Prime 1. If they did that, your piece is going to look like a pile of shit. At that point in time, when the piece was shown at the convention, it looked like a custom piece from 3 or 4 years ago. The paint was fucking shockingly bad. Maybe it was even too heavy, and that's why some of the detail was lost. Just some of the things were bad, but they've got away, taken on the feedback, and they've done a fantastic job. It looks much better now, much better. And it went up for sale, and it sold out. It sold out really quick. Yeah.
The sculpt on it looks fucking nuts.
I think it's a
good Captain America sculpt that.
It's like a random number. I think it's edition size of 388. I think it's a weird, odd number, but yeah.
Love the base as well.
Yeah. Team Resurrection, NGME Proximum looked great, but was overpriced in the EU, in my opinion, and nearly $1,800 pre-shipping. Wow, that's a lot.
So how much it was?
I don't know. I mean, but that's from the EU distributor. His prices are a bit bumped up anyway. Ben Hiswin House. You need to make a documentary about statue collecting from years ago until now, all the companies and their progression. Yeah, I started looking into it, and it was just it's such a lot of work. It's really a lot of work. And I tried to get hold of some archive footage for some companies and things. And it was just, a lot. And there is a guy actually putting out a documentary soon. Well, he's been saying it for 3 years and still hasn't done it. But yeah, Rob Newbury, get your fucking act in order. That was the one thing I did like about this when I saw it in person was the shield. The shield.
It goes in either arm, doesn't it? And then one hand pointing, one arm up, both arms down, shield in one arm, both arms down, shield behind him, and then one up.
I don't remember those pads on the back on the elbows.
No, they're fucking cool. It looks great. It looks fantastic. I'm not surprised it's sold out. It looks great.
Yeah, and also you got the different heads. You got that one.
Yeah.
That one looking forward, more down forward.
Yeah. I love them both. Yeah, they're fantastic. Looks great. There's
a lot of options.
There's the point.
That's the arse of America there.
Yeah.
I don't like the point actually.
No, I like it the least, but it's a good
point. The point is a bit too much like that fucking Uncle Sam. We want you in it. It's meant to be. I know it's meant to be, but it's a bit too much like it. I like the one with both arms down there.
Yeah, agree.
Yeah, concur. All right, so yeah, order closed on that one. Then they got the Juggernaut, which again the paint scheme has been improved since Singapore, but I'm not really a fan of this one. I think it just looks a bit too messy, and I just think the Juggernaut color is a bit off. And then I also think the Juggernaut colors to all the wooden bits on the base and some of the rock, and the bricks and things is all just too similar.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about this all the time. It definitely, all them brown parts around the base, they all need to go. 100%. Other colors, I don't give a fuck what colors, but other colors, not the brown. Avoid brown. The whole character is jumping out at you, and it's got so much dynamic power worthy of the Juggernaut, which I kind of like. But then that cut paint scheme around it just doesn't work. I mean, you need to change that to something else, some other type of colors.
Well, it's better than the fucking lipstick pink they had last time.
Oh well, yeah. The Juggernaut looks a million times better, but that still needs, just for me.
Down Frisco, Alex. What else have you got to do? Fuck off. You got the unmasked head, which I'm never a fan of unmasked heads for Juggernaut, to be honest.
Well, no, because he's not any use.
Yeah. I just think that it's just he needs to have the helmet. So there you go. There's the switch outs.
Mm.
There's the back.
Looks cool. Back looks cool.
And for a 1/7 piece, it's fucking massive.
Yeah, I've heard this. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really big. I mean, it's meant to be like 1/7 scale, but if you had like Bowens and stuff like that, it would fit perfectly with any 1/6 because the Juggernaut was like 9 foot tall.
Yeah, massive, any.
This then is a little image that was put out for the Master Customs Thanos on Throne. You got that?
Yeah, I'm excited to see this.
Our boy Cody Spencer's got that coming.
Has he?
Yeah, he got loads coming. He just built up all his module cases. Said it took him 18 hours to build.
Really?
Yeah. Then you've got this is then the Bumblebee Optimus Prime, which appears in like 30 seconds of the film, but let's just make a statue of it.
Another
one. Yeah. This is then the Shockwave, which comes in.
I mean, it's just such a banker Prime.
Well, yeah, in China, the market in China and Asia is fucking ridiculous on the Transformers. Absolutely ridiculous. This then it comes in 4 boxes, which weighs 69 kilos. This is Shockwave, sorry. And all 4 boxes are big boxes. I mean, look at that one. It's 81 by 33 by 94 centimeters, yeah? The second box, 74, 46.5 by 87.5. Third box, 91 by 39 by 95. Fourth box, 75 by 31 by 113. Fuck me.
I was worried about
69.1 kilos in total. That is fucking obscene. And then you got the piece looks fantastic. Look at that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like this is like the pieces though. Look at that. The guy spent so much money on the fucking piece he can't even afford bed sheets. And then that's how many. It's like a fucking jigsaw puzzle. Jeez, I wouldn't. This piece would just get like I'd smash it because I'd be so pissed off trying to put this together.
All that. You wouldn't. It costs the way it costs.
Yeah, no, I'm too fucking tight to do that. But I wanted to say it. I wanted to say it for dramatic value.
You would do that thing that people do. You know, like, oh fuck, and then you'd go to throw it and you just put it down softly and go,
yeah, and then pick up a pillow and throw it. But that's what that guy's done. Look, he's fucking thrown all his bed sheets and fucking pillows out the window because he's so pissed off with it.
Who needs sleep? Fuck sleep.
Fuck sleep. I'm going to be doing this for 2 weeks. Oh god, that's got to be like the most stressful piece to put together. Fuck my life. I think this is an old picture, but for some reason it's copied it across. This is Soundwave. So this is Prime 1. I don't know why that's there because I think that was from about 4 months ago. Then this is the Captain Marvel bust, which is by Queen Studios. They're going to be doing that. Then these are the Terminator busts, which are in the factory getting painted up. So these are great. God. These are about fucking $3,000 a pop.
Yeah, it look amazing though. Work looks crazy good.
Tony Fennell is I can't get those cats out of my head. It's the sort of thing my mum would have. It's messed my head up.
The sort of thing I wish my mum would have.
Yeah, then these are the box designs for the T1000 and the T800. Then this is your boy, Thanos bust.
Yeah, it looks cool, man. A lot of people are really interested in this.
Yeah. Looks awesome. Look at that.
It does. It looks fantastic. It's not that bad.
Fucking obscene, it is.
Stunning bit of work. It really is. It's good though because I just have no interest. Oh my god! How did you go from that to that?
Nick's trying to sell his Queen Studio Spider-Man bust. He picked it up and he can't have it now. So he's picked it up and now he wants the Thanos. So now he can't have both. So he's got to sell. He's going to sell his Spider-Man. Then this is the Mr. Freeze. And the thing about this is the best part about this is the fucking exclusive.
Where is it?
I'll show you in a minute. So this is the Mr. Freeze. I think it's about $700.
Dear man, what it is. It's funny though. It's funny. This makes me laugh a little bit because for years, right? You know, like you saw a piece, like you saw like Thor. No, like I'll give you a good example, like Deadpool. Yeah,
Yeah.
you had Deadpool, right? And it's like you got fucking bullets and got explosions, and it's got a sword cutting a bullet, and it's got fucking translucent resin, and it's got this dynamic pose, and it's got all this stuff. And then when the price came out and everyone went mad, they came out and went, yeah, but it's dynamic and it's really heavily detailed and it's a lot of work and
engineering.
Blah, blah, blah. And then look at this fucking shit.
Yeah.
Look at this shit and the price they're trying to ask for it. I mean,
$720 for exclusive.
That's fucking stupid, man. This is a $499 piece on its best.
Well, all the female pieces now go for like $550, don't they? So,
it's not worth $550. $490 is what that's worth.
That's the exclusive part, which is his. What's her name? Like Eleanor? No.
It's wife's name. I've forgotten her name.
I thought it was Eleanor or something like that, but that's the exclusive. And some people were going, Nora. Yeah, Nora.
That's a misleading photo if I ever saw one.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Well, that explains it. Like $150 or $130 to do. Yeah. Then you do the next picture and it's like, oh, okay.
Oh dear.
I don't dislike it. You know what I mean? I think it's a bit plain and it doesn't really do anything for me personally.
I don't like that. Is that Batman cape? Is it meant to be Batman's cape?
I know. I thought Venom had got out.
Yeah.
Escaped the Marvel universe and gone over to DC.
Yeah, I don't like the Batman cape on the bomb.
I just think it's like it's just really plain.
Yeah.
It's very expensive for what it is. Very expensive. Massively.
And then this is the this is in the Rogue premium format. So these are the pictures of they had it on the live show, and I think she looks fantastic. I mean, she was $715, but she's quite a big statue. There is the jacket. There is I mean, if you look at that, she's $715 and Threes is $720. You get a much better price of getting her.
Oh, I think you get much more for your money in terms of that. I still think she's probably a little bit expensive, maybe by maybe $50 to $100, probably too expensive. But she's fantastic. It's a fantastic piece.
This is when they went over how she is rodded. So how she's rodded, with a metal rod to the base. So run like that.
Yeah, but where does that go into her?
Well, they'll go into her shoulder.
How does it go into her shoulder? Al?
What do you mean?
The mechanical arm goes into the base.
It goes into
Her arm going to be like solid.
Well, look, is her arm going to be attached to that? Is that all one? Do you know where it goes blue to green? Is that one piece?
No, I don't think so because it's not. They're showing where the metal rod is.
If it's one, if her arm, I doubt it. I mean, the way that looks like to me is that rod is going to go all the way up, and that arm's attached to that base.
Okay, that's what you want. I mean, that could be a solid. I mean, that could be a solid arm.
Yeah, the entire arm is metal.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
That's a fantastic idea.
Yeah.
That was what I was saying. I didn't think there'd be a metal rod going through it because you'd see the metal rod going through the arm. What they're doing is making a metal arm that extends into the rod. That's clever.
Michael Myers in the house. Yes, I did say fucking rodded, and I'm going to say rodded again, man. Chillax. And the whole arm is metal. That's great. That's case. Stuart Murray 47 in the house. These are just the pictures of it. Again, I mean, I have no issue with the way she looks at all.
I love the look of her. I think this is the best Rogue out there.
When I was at the convention, right? the day before the convention, she was standing there, and I did a video of her. And then the following day, when I went over, she weren't there, and she'd basically fallen over because some dickhead basically put these polystyrene blocks, styrofoam blocks, that were really, really uneven, and they balanced her on top of it. And literally, you know, when you like walk past and things shake. Like last year, 2017, the Wolverine was right. Literally, if you walked past, you could see him like bouncing all over the place, and that's clearly what happened with her. And she fell over and shattered to pieces. And then when I was there with someone talking to them, I was like, oh, "Yeah, Rogue fell over." The sideshow guy came over and goes, "Yeah, Alex pushed her." And it walked off, and I was like, "Oh, okay." I hope they don't think that. Right. Then where are we? So these are the pictures there. I think, yeah, probably there was a dirt on the feet. There's the other head there as well. I prefer the other hair, actually.
Me too.
Yeah, I prefer this one.
Yeah, me too.
It looks more like Fergie there, but again.
Don't care.
And then this is again, these are old pictures. I don't know why these are. Oh, I think they're. Oh, this is an old Spider-Man by Tiger J, but these were just painted up by I don't know how you pronounce it. Sol, SSOL. So and WJ. So they painted up this one. So just to show this is there.
Crazy.
All right, just go through these. I actually don't like the unmasked head for this one. So these are all the parts here. Great paintwork. I don't know whether the actual Spider-Man suit has taken the SL guy like so long to paint. I really don't see how the factory is going to reproduce that. I really cannot see it. And apparently they're redoing the smoke on this as well. But then I don't like the Agent Venom head.
Yeah.
Not really a fan of that. And also, I'm not a fan of that one there. They call it the Torment head. It's from like Todd McFarlane, Torment. Spider-Man number. I can't remember, like 7 or something. But I don't like that head. So that's that. But the piece are great. Other than those two heads,
it's a lot of beautiful work in there.
Yeah,
it's a little bit overly complicated for me.
I need to see in person because it's about the perspective of when they're fighting in the sky.
I think this is one of them pieces that if you have it, it's going to be like a centerpiece. It's going to be like wow. But I think in photographs, my eyes just don't know really where to go. It's just a bit messy. I would love to see it in person, just get an idea.
Yeah. And then what the next thing we got? All right. So next is these are the little Toy Legacy pieces. So I just want to show these. These are shown at the cons. So they're doing some PVC pieces there. Ignore that 500 baht thing. I think it's 500 baht off, but they make it look like it costs 500 baht. 500 baht is like £11, I think. Maybe it does, I don't know. So you got those, go through these. So basically they were looking for a license with Marvel. They got like a Marvel Thailand license. They did their Thanos statue and they got asked to do their own twist on something. So they went with the PVC line instead because they could then make a lot more and sell them for a cheaper price.
Okay.
With those, there's the Thanos. Looks a bit like Shahid.
I just can't feign interest. I really don't care.
Yeah, and then that's the deluxe version. Oh, they're like smaller versions. This is then the XM Studios are doing 2 1/6 scale Batmans. So the one on the left, what I'll do is I think I've got the other pictures of, but the one on the left is their 1/6 scale to go with the line they're doing, and then the 1/6 on the right is the one that they're doing for the cover series. So that's the Jim Lee cover Batman. So that's that one.
Really like that one.
Yeah, that one's great. What's that say? R.I.P. Is it Joker? No. can't see what it says. So yeah, that's what it is. So, which are some of your favorite Batman comic cover art? To celebrate 8 years of Batman, XM will be releasing a limited series of 1/6 Batman statues based on iconic cover art through the years, inspired by the cover art from the Hush story arc by Jim Lee in the early 2000s. Here is a preview of the sculpt, courtesy of Old Man Uncle Martin Akwesimi, perfect for displaying alongside your comics. It's nice, that one. Then you got the I said it, Mirror, from Aquaman. So this is the 1/6 scale to go again with 1/6 scale line. I love the what are they like? They're not barracudas, are they? They're
more eels.
More eels. That's it. Yeah, yeah. I always remember a film when I was a kid, and basically it's a film where these people are like swimming in the sea, and they're looking for treasure and stuff like that. And there's two of them are fighting underwater. They go like in a cave or something, and they're trying to find this treasure. And it's like a black guy and a white guy, and then the white guy pushes the black guy's head against a rock, like a little hole in the rock, and the moray eel comes out and bites the back of his head and kills him. And I think it's called the Deep or something. Or
it's called the Deep, yeah.
Yeah. So that's the only part of the film I remember.
There's another part where a woman sort of puts a hand underneath a rock and something grabs her and pulls her whole body in, smashes it to the rock. It's pretty. It's in the trailer, I believe, and it's pretty brutal.
But the Deep is from like the 80s or so.
Maybe earlier, maybe late 70s. Yeah, it's an old film.
Yeah.
Shit to me, so don't watch it.
And then you got the One Punch Man, which they've just started the One Punch Man second series, which I'm looking forward to watching it when it's all out. This piece, I'm really looking forward to seeing the full piece of this, because XM keep getting told to hold back on this. Keep getting told not to show it. So I'm hoping they can show it soon so they can ride on the hype of the actual second series.
Yeah, it might work out in their favour.
Hope so. I mean, it's probably not for you, but I've seen the first series and I do quite like it. So yeah, I'm waiting to watch the second series. Ed Dude, yeah, this is 1/4 scale. This was just to remind me about Susan, to remind me who she was, and that's it.
Ah, good. Another day. I didn't fall asleep. I'm doing really well.
Yeah, close, very close. Yeah. So, all right. Now we've got through them. We made it.
Yes.
Okay. Do you know? Did you watch UFC the other day?
Which one?
Cowboy and Ally Quenta.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Good fight.
Good fight. Very good.
Yeah. I really wanted to watch it, but I haven't got around to it.
I'm quite a big fan of Cowboy Cerrone, though.
Yeah, I do like him.
It's just like everything that I wish I could be. It makes me feel like very, I don't know, demasculated kind of, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when anyone thinks I'm pretty cool, I just think to myself, if only you knew Cowboy, you would not think that at all. Just think to myself, fucking, you know what I mean? Geezer's like fucking, you know, I know from like, you know, having a, professional license and stuff like that, things like, boarding and, wakeboarding and fucking, skiing, and you're not allowed to do any of that. When you look after athletes, they're not allowed to do any of that. I mean, it doesn't matter what fucking sport. It doesn't matter if it's football. It doesn't matter if it's boxing, if it's UFC, if you mixed martial arts. Doesn't matter. Once you have because of your insurance, you're not allowed to do things like that. You're not allowed to like do the stuff that he does. So I don't know how the fuck he does it, but he does. He just
he
does
what the fuck he wants.
I mean, you shouldn't even be riding horses.
Yeah,
I had a client of mine. You wouldn't fucking believe. I told you, but he wasn't even allowed to go on a horse. I remember he like took his niece or something to like a part. They had a party at the stables or some shit. They were like, "Oh, he was really embarrassed. Like they were like, "Oh, come have a little like ride." His professional outfit. And he was like, "No, I'm sorry, I'm not allowed to. I'm not allowed to get on a horse."
Yeah, but there was that dickhead bodybuilder who did it, didn't he?
Branch Warren, yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny. That was so funny.
What's that like?
He put himself out of the Olympia doing that. He tore his hamstring. They're like filming him, and he's like, branches. You've really be on the horse. They're like, he's wearing it like bareback or some shit. He's
Yeah,
like, whoa. It's like, you be on there. He's like, fuck off, man. Don't worry. And then
it was showing off, and he just like kind of
the horse gets well spooked, man, and throws him off. He's like laying on the floor, like holding the back of his
leg. Yeah, Nick. Sorry, Nick is trying to correct. Nick is correcting me and telling me that it's Alex Ross artwork, but I think it's based on that, which is Todd McFarlane. I might be wrong, but that's the cover I thought it was based off, where he's got the ripped mask.
Nice cover.
Yeah. So yeah,
I really don't like. I don't like that bottom part of the mouth thing. Everyone seems to do it. I don't like it really.
Yeah, I mean it's. I'm not really a fan of it anyway. Yeah. So I've got messages coming through. Just send it to Nick. Tell him to fuck off.
Okay, so
all right.
Well, next week convene with when Cyclops gets there.
All right. Well, I mean, you just so I'm just going through the comments quickly. Blah blah blah. All right. So yeah, there we go. So now, guys, thanks for watching. We had over 100 watching at one point, so I appreciate that. Click on the thumbs up if you're still watching, and tell your friends about us. Yeah. But no, thanks for watching, guys, and another week and another time. Did I miss the part about did we not have Logan PF in their pictures?
No.
Oh yeah, where did they go?
No idea.
Sorry, you're right, Ed dude. Thanks, man. Should we just get the picture quickly for Logan? No, there was just that tease, wasn't it? There was a few people saying it looked like another custom and whatever else, but it's a bit like, well, to be honest with you,
well, it looked good.
I think it looks great. So I'm just trying to get it to come up full screen.
I feel really sorry for Daniel Bell at the moment.
Why?
Well, not like in a bad way, like pity way, but just like I really feel that so many people are just so concentrated on the prices that Sideshow put in, and I think his work is just being sort of overlooked slightly by the fact that they're really overpricing their shit. And I feel bad about that because I think his work deserves a bit more respect. I'm not like dick riding on any fucking sculptor. I have people that I like and who I don't like, and who I admire and who I don't. It's not Daniel Bell. I like some of his stuff. Other stuff that he's done, I do not like. I think RCB Magneto is a pile of fucking shit. And I don't like the sculpt at all. I'm not really a massive. I think that Sentry's fucking awful and all, but there are so many other pieces that he's done that are absolutely majestic and beautiful, and I just feel bad that some of his really good stuff is being so highly priced by the company that everyone's focusing on that a lot.
Yeah.
And I feel kind of bad about that because because the conversation goes straight into, oh my god, like something else. Do you get what I mean?
Well, yeah, I mean, as you're saying, the focus is rather than the piece looking great, which it does. It's more that, oh my god, Sideshow are going to charge $1,000 for this or whatever they're going to charge. That just takes away.
No, it's more when the price when the whole thing's sort of announced together. It's more like that. I don't know. I show you a beautiful portrait of something, and you'll sort of you're telling me the frame that I used to build that portrait is fucking ridiculous, or over expensive wood, or an endangered tree, or some other shit, and you just lose the focus. The conversation then goes into that. Everyone starts talking about, oh my god, he used fucking teak, and it wasn't even fucking treated, motherfucker. It all goes like that instead of going, oh well, actually, it's a nice picture.
Yeah,
and I think that that's me. Look, hey, and that's me back from a minute ago that you were playing.
Yeah, so I was reading the comments.
Yeah, I mean, I just think that we lost a little bit of sight of the fact there was some great work going on there.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
it does look great. It looks nice. I mean, I haven't seen can't see much more than what I can see, but it looks
Yeah.
nice.
It's like a pre-order on Thursday. But I mean, from what you can see, and again, the jeans are actually mixed media on this.
Around the ankle don't look too clever.
Well, again, if it's mixed media, it's just the way it's been posed. But
It looks like his legs broke.
maybe. But yeah, it looks like he's standing on like a bar stool, isn't it?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Yeah,
I hope it
I
comes
mean,
with this background. That background's quite handy.
yeah, blurry. But
But,
I mean,
yeah,
I think it looks like a really nice piece. I'm really looking forward to seeing, or even what the switch outs are going to be. You know, yeah. All right.
Yes, my man.
All right, people. Thanks for watching, and do the usual, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, share, and if you're not watching this live, then, or even if you are watching it live, and you comment your question didn't get answered, just put the question down in the thread below, and we'll get and respond to you when we can. Okay. Peace.
Peace.
Bye bye.